breathing is holistic. It can be useful to break breathing down into the different elements so we can refine it and get to know it more deeply. How the diaphragm moves affects how efficiently air enters the lungs and helps slow our breathing naturally. How softly we breathe affects carbon dioxide levels, which in turn affects how oxygen is released and how blood vessels behave. Breathing rhythm affects circulation, heart rate variability, and the overall tone of the nervous system. All these influence how we feel, and ultimately, that's probably what matters most. It's useful to look at breathing through a scientific lens, as we've been doing, but it always ultimately comes back to experience. Does our breathing help us to feel more present? Does it help us to feel less anxious, less stressed, more healthy, more vital? When any one aspect of breathing becomes inefficient, the others are of course affected because the system is holistic. Restricted breathing mechanics, for example, often leads to faster breathing, and faster breathing disrupts breathing chemistry. Altered chemistry then feeds back into the nervous system, increasing reactivity and effort. This is why working with breathing in isolated ways often gives limited results. A healthy natural breath emerges when mechanics, chemistry, and rhythm support one another. And when that happens, breathing becomes quiet, becomes more economical, more responsive, and perhaps most importantly, more enjoyable. So this work we've been doing isn't about perfect technique. It's about the somatic experience of breathing, about restoring the conditions that allow breathing to organize itself as a whole system. And when those conditions are in place, breathing supports clearer thinking, greater vitality, stability, balance, resilience, and a deeper enjoyment of existence.